name is Muhammad Khasya bin Saharudin, and I will be presenting about the background of the company Nestlé Malaysia Berhad. Nestlé Malaysia Berhad is a Malaysian-based company that is producing health, nutrition and wellness products. It is a public limited company by shares, which is also an investment holding company that is incorporated and domiciled in Malaysia. It is also listed in Bursa Malaysia Securities Berhad. It has subsidiaries namely Nestlé Products Sdn Berhad, Nestlé Manufacturing Malaysia Sdn Berhad and also Nestlé Asian Malaysia Sdn Berhad. Nestlé Products Sdn Berhad focuses on marketing and sales of products such as powdered and liquid milk, powdered and liquid drinks and juices, ice cream and instant noodles. Nestlé Manufacturing Malaysia Sdn Berhad focuses on manufacturing and sales of listed products. On the other hand, Nestlé Asian Malaysia Sdn Berhad focuses on manufacturing and sales of a specific product line from Nestlé, which is chocolate confectionery products. Nestlé originally founded as the establishment of the Anglo-Swiss Condensed Milk Company, a Swiss firm based in Switzerland, in 1866 by two United States of American brothers named Charles and George Page. They then started supplying their products across Europe, industrial towns on their Milk Maid brand, where it is marketed as a safe and long-life alternative of fresh milk. Later in 1867, Henry Nestlé, a German-born pharmacist, introduced Ferrin Lactate, which translates to flowered milk, for newborns who cannot be breastfed in order to reduce high mortality rates. This creates competition between both companies producing the same kind of products, which is condensed milk and infant cereal. As a result from the competition, they both expanded abroad. However, when George Page died in 1902, the Anglo-Swiss company merged with Nestlé. In 1912, Nestlé began operation in Malaysia, Penang specifically, as the Anglo-Swiss Condensed Milk Company. As a result of the company's development and expansion in Malaysia, Nestlé relocated to Kuala Lumpur in 1939. As of today, Nestlé Malaysia is an essential brand that can be found in every Malaysian house, such as Maggi, KitKat, Milo and Nescafe. With over 6 factories and more than 5,000 employees and over 500 health-certified products, it is no doubt that every Malaysian has a special place in their heart for Nestlé for over a century.
I will talk about management approach. Factors to consider having a segment reporting. The first one is the nature of the business activity. It basically means what the business do. The next one is the existence of manager responsible for the activities. They need to determine whether discrete financial information is available for these business activities and determining whether that information is regularly reviewed by the CODM. And the last one is information presented to the board of directors. All directors have unrestricted access to the management team, including the company secretary. The company has two reportable operating segments, which are product segment. It is categorized under food and beverage segment, and geographical segment, considered as a regionally and globally managed business. The Chief of Decision Making (CODM) for Nestlé Malaysia Berhad is Group Executive Board, and their responsibility is they are in charge to make decisions for the resources to be allocated to the segment and assess its performance for which discrete financial information is available. Process to identify the reportable and non-reportable segment, which are 10% threshold test, 75% threshold test, and we will discuss about the segmental reporting. For operating segment, we have chosen food and beverage, nutrition, Nestlé Professional, Nestlé Health Science, and Nespresso. However, not all of the operating segments need to be reported separately. Operating segments are reportable segments when they exceed the quantitative 10% threshold test. Quantitative 10% threshold test is based on revenue basis, profit basis, or asset basis. For our reportable segment, we have chosen the revenue as our basis for quantitative 10% threshold test. You can see that there are 4 reportable and 1 non-reportable segment. For each segment, we use the total of external revenue and the inter-segment streams, then divide it with the total of external revenue of operating segment. Only the food and beverage, nutrition, Nestlé Professional and Nestlé Health Science are qualified to be reportable segments since they exceed the 10% threshold test. The Nespresso have only 6% of the combined total revenue of the segment. They are not qualified to be reportable segment since it is not exceed the 10% threshold test. After initial identification, the company shall determine whether the total of external revenue reported by operating segment constitutes 75% of total revenue. The first step is we calculate the external revenue of reportable segment and divide it by total external revenue, which are 4,059,185, and we will get 94%. For 75% threshold test, the amount add up to more than 75%. The segment selected will continue to be reportable segment. Therefore, additional reportable segment will not be needed. Finally, I will be presenting about the segmental reporting of Nestlé Malaysia Berhad. The total revenue of reportable and non-reportable segment is 5,412,180 ringgit. Under the result, we will get profit before tax of 724,769 ringgit. And the profit after tax, we will get 552,700 ringgit after minus the taxation of 172,000 ringgit and 56.
As the conclusion, segmental reporting is essential for companies, which has a few advantages and disadvantages. For the first advantage is having accurate assessment. This will help investors and creditors to see the full picture of the company. They can see each segment, profitability, risk, growth, and monitoring the performance of the company over time. Investors will also be able to determine which segment contributes the most to derive to the earnings of the company. Second advantages would be separating profitable segments. The organization can keep an eye on which segment needs further investment in order to improve efficiency or meet operational requirement. At the same time, avoid giving too much attention on particular segment of the company. However, it has the disadvantage of data manipulation. It has the potential to reveal the detail about the company operation to the competitors. This is because the study of the individual segment will be made available to the general public view. Competitors can concentrate on segments that are not doing well from the company, so that the business will lose the competitive advantages.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Alya Nadhirah Syamimi Binti Khairul Nizam, and I'm going to present about the basis of preparation of Nestlé Malaysia Berhad, accounting policies used by Nestlé Malaysia Berhad, and types of interim report prepared by Nestlé Malaysia Berhad. First of all, we are going to discuss about the basis of preparation of Nestlé Malaysia Berhad. Based on the audited financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2020, it has been prepared with the applicable disclosure provision. This interim financial report is based on the audited financial statement for the year ended 31st December 2020 and has been prepared in accordance with the applicable disclosure provision of the listing requirement of the Bursa Malaysia Security Berhad and MFRS 134 interim financial reporting in Malaysia and International Financial Reporting Standard. Nestlé Malaysia Berhad do not include all of the information required for full annual financial statement and should be read in conjunction with the consolidated financial statement of the group for the year ended 31st December 2019. There was no qualification made on the preceding audited financial statement. The group's operations are affected by economic cycle and festive season. Now, we are going to discuss about the accounting policies that Nestlé Malaysia Berhad uses. The first accounting policies is same accounting policies as annual financial statement. The accounting policies applied in the interim financial statement is the same as those applied in the annual financial statement. For example, if there are changes in the accounting policies in the third quarter, Nestlé Malaysia Berhad will need to apply the changes in the first and second quarter of the current interim financial statement. Next is the use of estimates. In preparing interim financial report, it will require a greater use of estimation method than usual financial report. The measurement procedures in an interim financial report shall be designed to ensure the information is reliable and all material is appropriately disclosed. Nestlé Malaysia Berhad use estimates in accounting policies in arriving at measurement of recoverable amount of CGU for goodwill impairment test, determining the lease term of contract with renewal and termination option, and measurement of ECL. Now, for the types of interim reports prepared by Nestlé Malaysia Berhad. There are few types of interim report which are semi-annually, quarterly and bi-monthly. Nestlé Malaysia Berhad prepares its interim report based on quarterly basis. This means that they prepare their interim financial report 4 times in a year, which are for the first quarter is for month January, February and March. Second quarter is for month April, May and June. Third quarter is for month July, August and September, and for the fourth quarter is for month October, November and December.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Syaqira Binti Zuraidy and I will continue to present in the part B about the interim report of Nestlé Malaysia Berhad. Question D asks about the period for the current and comparative of each statements prepared by the company. So this slide shows the period in the tabular format. The first column is for all the statements prepared by Nestlé Berhad. The second column is for the period of current interim financial statement in the third column. Lastly, fourth column is the period for comparative interim financial statement in the last column. The period of current interim financial report for statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income is 3 months, which is start from 1 April 2020 to 30 June 2020, while the period of comparative interim financial statement is 3 months, start from 1 April 2019 to 30 June 2019. Next, the period of current interim financial report for statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income for the year ended 31st December 2020 is 6 months, which is start from 1 January 2020 to 30 June 2020, while the period of comparative interim financial statement is also 6 months, start from 1 January 2019 to 30 June 2019. This happens because in the reporting period for interim financial statement, statement of profit or loss and other comprehensive income is for the current interim period and cumulatively for the current financial year to date, with comparative SPOCHI for the comparable interim periods, which is current and year to date. For statement of financial position, the period of the current interim financial statement is 6 months and the 30 June 2020, while the period of the comparative interim financial statement is 12 months and the 31st December 2019. Based on MFRS 134, it is already stated that for statement of financial position is as of the end of the current interim period and a comparative SOFP as of the end of the immediately preceding year. Next, for statement of changes in equity, the period of the current interim financial statement is 6 months and the 30 June 2020, while the period of the comparative interim financial statement is also 6 months and the 30 June 2019. Reporting period for statement of changes in equity is cumulatively for the current financial year to date, with a comparative statement for the comparable year to date and immediately preceding financial year. Lastly, statement of cash flow cumulatively for the current financial year to date, with a comparative statement for the comparable year to date period of immediately preceding financial year. Thus, for statement of cash flow of Nestlé Malaysia Berhad, the period of the current interim financial statement is 6 months and the 30 June 2020, while the period of the comparative interim financial statement is also 6 months and the 30 June 2019. We move to the next question, which the question asks to propose 2 adjustments made by the company to be included in the interim report and prepare and extract any one of the financial statements to show the effect before and after adjustment. Therefore, this is 2 adjustments made by the company. The first adjustment is on April 2021, Nestlé Malaysia Berhad had bought a motor vehicle costing 540,000. The motor vehicle is depreciated using straight line method on a monthly basis and is expected to be used for 5 years. The second adjustment is as at 31st March 2021, the company estimated that the account receivable for current asset will only be 80% collectible by year-end. However, the estimated collectible amount has risen to 85% as at 30 June 2021. In this slide shows the condensed consolidated statement of financial position before the adjustment. As you can see, in the non-current asset, the amount of property, plant and equipment as at 30 June 2021 is 1,432,686,000 ringgit. And in the current asset, the amount of trade and other receivable is 344,753,000 ringgit. Therefore, the total of the asset is 2,751,186,000 ringgit. So, in this slide, the adjustment have shown. The first adjustment made by the company is where the company bought a motor vehicle costing of 540,000 ringgit. Therefore, the company need to add this amount in the property, plant and equipment of the condensed consolidated statement of financial position. The calculation will be 1,432,686,000 ringgit, which was the amount of the property, plant and equipment before the adjustment plus 540,000 ringgit. And this will resulted of 1,433,226,000 ringgit in the PPA. This adjustment made the total of non-current asset increase to 1,764,004,000 ringgit. For the second adjustment, it will affect on the current asset of trade and other receivable where the estimated collectible amount has risen to 85% as at 30 June 2021. The calculation will be 344,753,000 ringgit, which was the amount of the trade and other receivable before the adjustment times to 85%, and this will result of 293,014,050 ringgit. This adjustment made the total of current asset decrease to 936,009,050 ringgit. Both of the adjustment made change to the total asset to 2,700,013,050 ringgit. And that's all from our group. Thank you.